Breaking news, and it's news that no one wanted to hear. The remains of a missing sailor have been identified.
And just minutes ago, a suspect is taken into custody. Needless to say, the process in this investigation is just in its opening stages.
Angelina Resendiz, age 21, found dead June 10th, 2025 in Norfolk, Virginia. She was in the Navy. A co-worker or Navy sailor detained in custody. God bless her family.
13 News Now at 4:30 begins with breaking news. I'm Janet Roach.
And I'm Connor Reel. As we told you in the last half hour, we just received word from the family of missing sailor Angelina Resendiz. A spokesperson confirms the remains found in the Broad Creek neighborhood yesterday are Angelina's. Alex Littlehales joins us live with the update.
Yes, in the statement released just in the last really 20 minutes, Angelina's family called her a young woman, a compassionate young woman that simply brought light into their lives. And this statement confirms what the community had feared may have been the case when they saw that this was a missing body reported. Not only that, but the fact that there were NCIS investigators, so the law enforcement agency embedded within the Department of the Navy. That was the fear amongst the community when they saw NCIS investigators here responding to a body amid a weeks-long search for, again, missing sailor Angelina Resendiz, who had not been officially reported seen since May 29th. So a little bit more about this statement. It raises concerns about, quote, oversight that put Angelina's life at risk and for, quote, mishandling that delayed justice. Again, this is exactly what is being transcribed from the statement from her family itself. It claims that official channels failed to notify them promptly and properly, and that the family received a lot of information from watching news and media coverage of her disappearance. Resendiz's family did call on support from Senators Mark Warner, Tim Kaine, Virginia's congressional leadership, as well as President Donald Trump. Again, all of this happening just within the last 25 minutes via a statement officially from Resendiz's family. We still have an inquiry out to official NCIS officials to comment on this matter. We have yet to hear from them. But again, that is the latest on this case, which started weeks ago and has now come to a tragic end, at least for the moment, here in the Broad Creek neighborhood of Norfolk, which is where we are live from. Again, so for now, live from Norfolk, I'm Alex Littlehales for 13 News Now.
News Now at 5 begins with breaking news in the search for a sailor missing from Naval Station Norfolk. NCIS confirms they found the body of Angelina Resendiz in the Broad Creek area last night, and a sailor is in confinement in connection to her death. I'm Janet Roach.
And I'm Dana Smith. Let's go straight. Alex Littlehales is live with the breaking details. Alex, what can you tell us at this hour?
Good evening. So much new information we're learning about this case just in the last hour. You had mentioned there are two statements that have just come into our newsroom within the last hour. A statement from Angelina Resendiz's family, but most recently, just about a half hour ago, a statement from NCIS. And in that statement, just minutes ago, it says that, as you pointed out, a Navy sailor has been placed in pre-trial confinement for the death of Resendiz, and charges under the Uniform Code of Military Justice are, quote, pending. Now, it also says that the NCIS has worked with countless federal and local agencies, some of which include the Norfolk Police Department, to investigate this case. So that is the latest statement. And that came just minutes after the family of Angelina Resendiz confirmed in their own statement at about 4:02 this afternoon, again, just about an hour ago, their statement confirmed what many here in the community feared, that the NCIS investigators who were here in the Broad Creek neighborhood of Norfolk investigating a body found in the woods behind my left shoulder, that the reason they were here was because they were investigating the then missing sailor Angelina Resendiz, who again, at this moment in time, still had not been seen since May 29th, so just under 2 weeks ago. So in this statement released by the family in the last hour, Angelina's family called her a compassionate young woman who brought light into their lives. But it also raised several concerns about the handling of this case and the handling of information. It's a lengthy statement. Just some of what it says. It claims that official channels did not notify them promptly and properly about this case. It says that they learned a lot of the information about what is going on with this investigation through local media, as well as through the friends of Angelina Resendiz. And actually, this is Resendiz's mother yesterday in Texas, back home after visiting the Norfolk area. Again, a local, our sister ABC affiliate there talked to her. This, again, for context, is hours before the discovery of the body by NCIS. Take a listen.
She's a real person. She's a human being. She has a family. And you know what? She belongs to everyone. She's everyone's daughter. And we can't just treat our children this way, our families this way, the people we love this way.
So again, as for who is responsible, the latest statement from NCIS is that there is a Navy sailor considered in pre-trial confinement right now in direct connection to the death of Angelina Resendiz. And again, charges under the, quote, Uniform Code of Military are pending. Again, a lot of new information in the last hour that we are still breaking down. But for now, live in Norfolk, I'm Alex Littlehales for 13 News Now.
All right, Alex, thank you so much for that update. And we have more on the investigation from police and naval investigators available on 13newsnow.com.
Thank you for joining us for 13 News Now at 11. I'm Dana Smith. New developments tonight after the body of a U.S. Navy sailor who had been missing for 11 days is found. Naval Criminal Investigative Service, or NCIS, confirms Angelina Resendiz was found in a wooded area in Norfolk's Broad Creek neighborhood, and another sailor is in pretrial confinement in connection to her death. Brianna Fallon joins us in the studio with the latest details. Brianna.
Angelina Resendiz was last seen at her barracks at Naval Station Norfolk nearly 2 weeks ago on May 29th. In a statement, her mother calls her a compassionate young woman who brought light into their lives.
These kids come up missing and nobody really says anything, right? They're people that are in charge, like, they're not important. And then we find, their remains, right? In fields somewhere. That's what I'm not hoping not to find. I'm hoping to find her.
That's what Seaman Angelina Resendiz's mother, Esmeralda Castle, said less than 24 hours before Naval Criminal Investigative Service confirmed they found the missing sailor's remains in Norfolk.
Angie stopped, and Angie doesn't stop. Angie can't help but talk to people. Somebody would know where she's at.
Resendiz first went missing from Naval Station Norfolk on May 29th. According to NCIS, yesterday, a body was found in a wooded area near Broad Creek Apartments in Norfolk. This afternoon, authorities confirmed that body was Resendiz, impacting not only her family, but the Norfolk community.
That's the part that hits hard because she was a working person for the United States of America.
An NCIS spokesperson says a Navy sailor was placed in pretrial confinement in connection with Resendiz's death, facing pending charges under the Uniform Code of Military Justice. In a statement to 13 News Now, Castle said she and her family remain, quote, unwavering in their pursuit of justice.
She's a real person. She's a human being. She has a family. And you know what? She belongs to everyone. She's everyone's daughter. And we can't just treat our children this way, our families this way, the people we love this way.
Resendiz's mother also claimed official channels did not notify the family promptly and properly about her disappearance, and said she found out a lot of information through media coverage and her daughter's friends. She called for support from Senators Mark Warner, Tim Kaine, and Virginia's congressional leaders. Brianna Fallon, 13 News Now.
All right, thanks so much, Brianna. In a statement to 13 News Now, Senator Kaine said, quote, I'm heartbroken to hear about the passing of Angelina Resendiz, a sailor assigned to Naval Station Norfolk, and I'm praying for her family. I appreciate the Navy and law enforcement officers who are investigating the situation and urge them to get.
Crucial reminder here, help is available. If you or anyone you know is a victim of domestic violence, you can call the phone number there on your screen or simply text the word START to 88788.
Thanks for watching. We appreciate you. Please subscribe.